Hi, Chef Allison here. I can't believe it's Friday night already. Somehow this week it was really packed one for me, and here I am recording this video for you and for me because I've committed to doing one of these good to the last bite videos every week. So I will say to Friday night, TGIF, little whiskey sour, chin chin. This week's vegetable is the potato, and it makes me laugh a little bit because we have stopped thinking the potato is even a vegetable. The way that we interact with it most in America is in drive-through spots, eating the hot fries in your car while you're going to the next activity. We've kind of ruined the potato in its true form. There's something like 4,000 varieties of potatoes in South America alone, indigenous varieties. For the most part in America, we're used to the russet, the Yukon, maybe the creamer, the new potato. This might be something that you're familiar with. Really great roasted with a little bit of rosemary or Dijon, fantastic. Certainly gratins work with potatoes as well. But potatoes kind of have a bad rap because we mostly associate them with fast food. They've gotten a bad reputation. But actually, they're very healthy vegetables, especially when you eat the skin. They're very high in vitamin C and vitamin Bs, a whole bunch of different minerals that I don't want to list off here. Maybe a nutritionist or a dietitian can pipe in the comments and let me know. They also are really high in something called resistant starch. And what that means is your body does not easily digest it. And so the starch passes through your stomach into your lower intestines, and then it actually feeds the bacteria in your gut. Now, I'm not going to talk about any other details. I'm going to leave it at that. But that's really valuable for your body because I don't know how much you've individually read about how important the health of your intestines and your microbiome is. But that's part of why my passion to teach you about these vegetables is so strong, because we eat because things taste good mostly, and we eat because things look fantastic, or they fill a craving, or they're nostalgic for us. But you're feeding your whole body every time you eat, and a lot of times we forget about that. Especially because we're so removed from our food production. So I'll get off my soapbox here so I can keep this short to for my Friday night video. I'd like to encourage you to go into Agricole Market in Chelsea, or Argus Farm Stop, or even Produce Station in Ann Arbor, and look at the varieties of potatoes that they have. Certainly yesterday I was in Argus, and they have so many varieties that different farmers have in there. And they are really widely varied, not only in their size and their shape. Like you'll find some little shaped like this called fingerlings because they look like arthritic fingers. You'll also find purple potatoes, which are, again, they have all of these every color that you find in a plant actually connects to a phytochemical that has nutritional benefits associated with it. And that's why people say eat the rainbow. It's not only for your eyes, it's because there's nutrition in here. This is a purple potato, really fantastic in its roasted form, obviously in its mashed form. Any kind of potato is great for that. A potato salad would be fantastic with these. So we know a lot of very, very casual, comfortable things to do with potatoes. They're fantastic in the morning, at lunch, at dinner, even a midnight snack, some potato chips. I mean, what's better than that? But seeing that it is Friday night, I'm ready to finish my cocktail. And man, I'm wishing, among other things, that the bars are open downtown and we can sit and share a meal together. And so I was trying to think of what is a Friday night food. And for me, that might be to pop into Aventura and get patatas bravas. Now, for those of you who don't know, that just means like strong or brave potatoes. And that name, that word, is based on the sauce. It's a spicy tomato-based sauce. So what I've done and what I want to show you tonight is I've roasted I've cooked a mix of potatoes, some fingerlings, some of the red creamer potatoes I cut in half, and some of the purple potatoes that I quartered. Now, I first boiled these, but I parboiled them. You know when your favorite, if you can think of your favorite French fry, not fast food, your favorite real French fry at a restaurant, it's usually fried twice. Once at a low temperature, like 300 or 325, and then a second time at 375. And that's what gives you a combination of a fluffy interior and a really crispy and caramelized crust. So I've done that same process here, but in a format that is more comfortable for home cook. So first I boiled them for maybe 7 to 8 minutes. I stuck a knife in one just to make sure that it was not fully cooked, but I wanted some resistance, because then what I did was toss them with olive oil, salt, and hot smoked paprika, and roasted them at 450 for an additional 15 minutes until some of them have this really fantastic caramelized brown color on them. So in order to make this dish, it's actually a fairly simple dish once you have the components made. If you're interested, I'm happy to give you my recipe for Brava sauce, although you can find it everywhere online. Basically, you would make it just like you make a marinara. You start with a lot of garlic, onion, more of that hot paprika, and a can of your favorite tomatoes. Or if you are lucky enough to live in a place where there are beautiful, or a place or a time where there are beautiful raw tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, you could use those as well. Cook and saute those for a while, and then just puree until you have something that is like a thick tomato soup, or like a thin marinara. And so to build this dish, here's what I want to show you how we're going to do it. I'll give you one more tip for cooking this at home. You can parboil these in advance. And actually, in prepping for this and reading more about the health properties of potato, I found out that very healthy resistant starch that feeds your entire GI tract is actually even stronger and more secure in its form if you cook the potatoes and then you let them chill for a while. Now, if you come back and roast them, I'm not exactly sure how that affects it, but I do know that you could parboil these and then just let them sit in your fridge if you say wanted to do it in the morning, and then come back and roast them again at night. So you could start this in advance. You could make the sauce in advance, and that's pretty much it. We're going to give it the full Spanish treatment. So I'm going to say, as I am for all these videos, I want to get the vegetable to the center of the plate. Okay. And I'm going to move the camera down here just a little bit. And so I'm going to treat this meal, like these potatoes, like they are going to be the full dinner tonight. Like I said, I'm craving a little bit of casual bar food, and this is a good compromise. Something healthy and indulgent. That's always what I'm going for. So I start with the roasted potatoes. And let me move this whisk out of here. And then I'm going to add some of my Brava sauce right to the top. Now this sauce should be spicy. Like I said, it should have a kick. So if you're feeding kids, you might want to put it on the side. And then a little aioli. Now you can go to the trouble of making your own aioli in a lot of cases, I would say, and especially to my culinary students, I would say that's always worth it. But in this case, for a Friday night, I actually just microplaned 1 clove of garlic and mixed it into a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and a little salt, black pepper, lemon juice, and call it aioli. A great cheat aioli is a fantastic tool to have up your sleeve. So I'm going to add a little bit of avocado as well. Again, I'm looking to make this the center of the plate, a full meal. And I'm going to layer the textures and the flavors on here. So there's some creamy avocado. For my friends who eat meat and my son who eats meat, I'm going to put some cured Spanish chorizo on here as well. A little bit of manchego cheese. He whispered manchego. And to top it off, 1 Spanish fried egg, which I only call Spanish because I fried it in a copious amount of olive oil. And then last but not least, even though there is the heat in the Brava sauce and a little bit of heat also on the potatoes, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this hot smoked paprika and top the egg with it. There you go. There's a complete meal based around potatoes, layered with many different flavors and textures. And this will definitely scratch that itch that you have to sit at the bar. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm happy to answer questions and connect with you. Send me an email, Allison@lastbitechef.com. Thanks so much. Happy Friday night.